All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you all are doing good this morning. I'm doing good. I've got fresh hot coffee. Let me get a sip. Oh yeah, lovely housing music. So pretty. Ooh, look at that swole ass big toe, y'all. Damn, look at that thing. Your girl's got some hardy toes on her. Now, I'm not a foot person. I hate to be talking about such things so early, but I'm not a foot person. But y'all can let me know, like, if y'all are feet people. Is like big, thick ass, big toes like a thing? Is that like hot or is that not? You know, do you want like, or is it little feet or big feet, thick feet, you know, fat feet, you know, skinny feet? Like, what do people like in feet? Because I just have no idea. I have no idea, you know. I imagine, I bet there's like a range of people, you know. There's probably a person out there for every type of foot in there. If I had to bet, you know, it's like some people like big boobies. I think the majority of people like big boobies, but there's some people out there that like, you know, they want bee stings. Yeah. It's way too early to be talking about this, y'all, but I hope y'all are doing good this morning. Like always, it's just whatever's top of mind. Her feet was kind of there. You know, maybe we need to put some shoes on them things. You know, maybe that's what we need to do with our little Paranar girl. But it's WoW this morning. We're doing some WoW. You know, midnight's in full swing. It's in full swing. Everything's going well, you know, as well as expected. There's definitely been some hiccups. There's been some additional maintenances. You know, there'll probably be some more. I think, let me look at the launcher. Are they calling for another 4 hour? Let's see. Oh, Lord have mercy, y'all. 7 to 11. They're calling for a 3-hour maintenance on Tuesday. And that's because the second part, they're doing season 1 in 2 parts, y'all. Like, they need to just, you know, this whole thing, like, protecting the players from themselves. Let the players have their game. Like, for God's sake. You don't need a pre-patch and then let the game out, hold players back for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then only do the first part. And they're holding back. So they let out Mythic Zeros, Wing 1 of Raid Finder, and they started the PvP season, I believe. But they're not letting out like the secondary PvE difficulties, right? So I think they're holding back until Tuesday anything above Mythic 0, and I believe they're holding back Mythic rating or in Heroic rating, or I'm not exactly sure on the rating, y'all, so don't hold me to that. I don't follow that as closely as I used to, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we need like primary, secondary, tertiary staggering, right? I mean, I think holding people back for 2 or 3 weeks is long enough, and then I think you just open the floodgates, let people play the fucking game, right? It's like it's a bit much. And they're really just delaying the you know, I don't think they're even trying to protect people from themselves. I think what they're trying to do is just drip feed as much as they can is what it looks like, you know. I think that there's a lot of people in the game, especially like, this is kind of how I think about it. Let me get a little sip of coffee. I'll give you my thoughts on some of this. I think they understand that there's a large contingent of players that play the game, like some of the more casual raiders that do like normals and heroics, and maybe they dip a toe into mythic casually by the end of a season. You know, maybe they get the first few bosses in mythic killed. And these are the kind of people that sort of look up to people like they actually follow the world first, the RWF, race the world first. And they sort of look up to some of these players. And I think that once the RWF is over, a lot of people sort of lose. They feel like maybe the game's a little over because the final boss of the first thing's been beaten, right? And I think Blizzard knows that there's some players that feel like that. And they're just not as motivated after that boss is killed. You know, the last boss of the first, you know, season or whatever. And so I think they try to delay it as much as they can. If they let everything out in the first week, it'd be killed. You know, Echo, or who's the Liquid? I think it's Liquid and Echo, right? I think that's the two that are really actually competing. You have other guilds or whatever, but they're not really competing, because if you look where they're placed at, like if you look, yes, they're doing the content, but by the time Liquid kills the shit, Echo might be they might be a boss behind, but the third guild, they'll be lucky to have killed like the third or fourth boss. So they're not even really competing. They've got a whole nother week or two of progress by the time they kill it. So they'll be weeks behind. So it's really just a couple of guilds. I mean, it's a handful of players. You know, you probably got 50 players that honestly tops that are in competition for, you know, a world first kill. Something like that. Let me get a sip of coffee. But we just yapping, y'all. We spewing out some thoughts. We're gonna hop into it in a minute. Gonna be leveling up the Druid today. Got my little porcupine. She's a night elf porcupine, y'all. She's cute as hell. Look at the dreadlocks, y'all. So cute. Very pretty. And she's got her quills. You know, we had her little spines on her shoulder covered up with her shoulder armor. But y'all, here's an unfortunate thing. I was gonna just do this her left shoulder with her initial heritage gear, or whatever you want to call it, her racial gear. But you can't split those shoulders in two. They only come as one piece apparently. So I couldn't, because I didn't want to cover up her quills coming off her, or her spines coming off her right shoulder. But I wanted that little leafy shoulder armor over here, but I couldn't do it. It wouldn't let me do it. And y'all know that they still have massive, do y'all know that the Heronir, or even despite Blizzard talking about they were going to fix it ASAP, they still have quite a lot of transmog issues. There's a lot of clipping that goes on with a lot of different armors and stuff. And Blizzard's on record saying they were going to fix that as soon as flipping possible. Like they were putting in hot fixes, and maybe they did. Maybe they did, but there's still definitely some problems, y'all. A lot of people complaining about it. Personally, I don't see it. Not on my girl. But then again, I'm sure they spent a lot of extra time initially on the racial armor. So she's not really having any clipping issues here. But the complaints are coming from like older armors and stuff. I think a lot of people have said that the plate armor in particular is having tons of issues. So, but we're not currently having any issues right here. Wait a second. We do have our thumb clipping into this right here, so. And that's a hand size issue. Like, this girl's got some gargantuan, like, she's got the hands of a flippin' a flippin' werewolf, y'all. Yeah. Got some hands on her. Or some claws at least. I'd like to see her hands next to just a night elf female hands. Because I think they've just been retextured. I don't know if they're actually larger, but them claws, those fingernails she's got, they're definitely larger. I don't know. I don't know. Let's get to it. I'm ready to do some leveling. Let's go. Okay. Get my interface back here. Okay. Get a sip of coffee. Where's my little add-on at? Got a little leveling add-on. Make things a little faster. Reload here. Okay, I was using it yesterday and it's making things a lot faster. Y'all, somebody like me, like this shit really helps. A little rested XP guide. Okay, so I need to get to the Dragon Isles, yeah. I think that's where my heart's at. Can't do that while I'm pacified? Oh. Make it just a slight bit bigger. There we go. What's this little tweet? What is this doing? Oh, mobile live dashboard. Wonder why it buzzed twice. My phone was acting weird as heck yesterday. I got y'all ever get those Amber Alerts? Like, it's telling you that some child got kidnapped or something. And it starts like an emergency broadcast thing. It's so goddamn loud, it almost knocked me out my flipping chair, y'all. I said, good God, turn that off. I turned those notifications off, but after I did that yesterday, my phone went flipping crazy. Like it just started going bam, bam, like every so often. And I was like, what in God's name? But that was so annoying, y'all. Like I never heard something like, I didn't know my phone could be that loud. I was like, nope. You know what? Notification. No more for you. Your days are over. Let's see, what am I supposed to do? Siphon the glittery streams. Oh, is it supposed to run into it? Oh yeah. It actually, you know what? It looks like a little Ghostbuster trap. You know what I mean? The little Ghostbuster ghost traps. Oh fuck. I fell down. Is that all I'm supposed to do in this area? Surely there's something else. Let me go kill the main guy real quick. It's like, there's gotta be something. Is he in some cave down here? Is that what that is? I think that's what I see. He behind the waterfall? No. What the hell? He's like down here. Okay, so I gotta go down here. Huh. He's inside. It says kill him inside the cave. Well, damn. Where's the cave at, brother? Like, the whole issue of killing him is like finding his cave. Like, my God. I'm trying. I see where the little thing is showing me. Like, let me go back up this way. But it's saying it's way down, so I don't know. Like, can I even see it on the map? I've got so many quest markers. I wish the guy would give like some hints about where the entrance to the cave is. Is it just all the way at the bottom? Is it like... Yes, here we go. I was derping. Where did I buy? I got Berserk now, so we're going the fuck off. How long does Berserk last? I need a... Oh, okay, I got my buff bar for it. Okay, good. Okay, now we just get the rest of these streams. No problem. It's fucking honey badger time, y'all. People are saying, it drives me crazy. I keep seeing people saying that the bear form for the Heron is a pangolin. It is not a fucking pangolin. Like, that drives me crazy. Like, it's not even close. Like, I was saying this the other day. A pangolin is like a big ass armadillo. Like, it's got huge scales. They're thick. It's nothing like a pangolin. These things in the game have like fur. It's not even shaped like a it's nowhere even close to the shape of it. And I'll debate anybody. Like, I'll die on that hill. Not a fucking pangolin. It's something, but I don't know what it is. Let me see. Okay, right here. Gather up some of these. Put the big rip on them. I'll do multi-target until I get down to 2 and then do single target stuff. I wonder why they're making you wait so long. Is that like part of their, you know, they were saying that they were going to make classes simpler and midnight. Is that why they got you waiting all the way to here to be able to get Moonfire as part of your rotation? Because, God, y'all, I would love to have Moonfire, like one more little button. I feel like if I had one more button to press for single target, this would feel about right. I gotta remember that I have dual rake, so I'm not putting like extra rakes on stuff when I don't need to. Shouldn't have bit that one without a bleed on it. Let's see, 2 more fragments. And let me go over here and do the main guy real quick. Speak to the primal. Scout. Rital. There we go. Oh, now we gotta... Can I fly over this garbage? Please? Just try not to let me mount. Aha, bitch! Damn it. Okay. I promise you I'm gonna fly over this. Watch me. I'll come in from the other side. Oh, they're so smart. Wow. They're always talking about how, like, they can't design the game, you know, properly because of flying. Well, right there's your prime example. The truth is that they're just too goddamn lazy to do it most of the time. To force you out of flight when they want you to have some kind of little challenge. See? And I've always said that when you're doing game design, you should never, as a designer, design a piece of content or design content in a way that simply makes the design easier for you as a designer. And that's what taking flight out does, right? It makes it easier for them. Whereas they can do this. Okay, they can do this. They can deny you flight when they need to. But that's more work. That's more design work. So removing flight just makes it easier for them. And that's a big no-no from a game design perspective. If you're a fucking game designer and you ever catch yourself doing that, just trying to make things easier for yourself despite the player, get the fuck out of game design. Do me a favor, do all the gamers a favor, and just get the fuck out of game design. Go do something else. And if that sounds mean, I don't give a shit. It is what it is. It's real. Like, let's get some pro player game designers. How about that? Because, you know, you just designing for yourself. When you start thinking like, oh, let's take flight out of the game, that's for you. That's not for the player. That's for you. And that's not your job. Let's see. Primalist Magma Shaper. Heal him. Oh, look at him. He's got a little magma shield. Bless his heart. He's dead anyway. What's this up here? Orb of Primal Gales. Is that it? Oh no. We did it. We did it. Mission accomplished. Okay. Now we just got a couple of more of these to kill. We'll just grab this little group. Whittle them down and then bop. They did. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to use the fragments now. But I might have to get to like this little place over here to do it. There we go. Excuse me, y'all. Oh, hell yeah. Hitting them levels. Okay. Let's see. Fire and air orbs tested. Oh, they're wanting me to test them on the barrier. Oh, hey, I got a piece of gear too. Got a ring. Very nice. It's not working. I'm gonna spend a talent point while they're fucking around. Because that's what they are. They're diddling the barrier. That's what they're doing. They're diddling it. Let's see. When you use bark skin or survival instincts. So that's matted fur. What do I want? There's not a lot left. Like, they're going to try to push me into this. Would I rather have... I think, honestly, matted fur is pretty good. Little absorb shield. I'll take it. They need me power, y'all. Let me use my earth power. The power of the rainbow. Gay power. Okay, let's hand it in. Okay, we gotta fight this big chick. Nope, interrupt that. Interrupted. We'll get the rip going. And then we'll start Berserk and get out of the way of that. If I remember my Berserk keybind, that is. It's always good to go Berserk. They have significantly, y'all, I remember Berserk. Y'all remember, y'all play Feral much? Y'all remember Berserk? Like back in flipping Wrath of the Lich King when we got it? It was so powerful. I liked it better back then because it was, yes, it was very, very powerful, but it was predictable. For me, what I don't really like is an unpredictable rotation. Like, I don't like, let me give you an example. There adds so much unpredictability. I think that Feral might feel a little too fast paced, y'all. It went from a spec. Y'all think about this. Feral went from being a calculating, thoughtful spec that was like all about energy pooling, snapshotting dots, and now it's just like combo point galore, spamming ferocious bite, spam everything, spam. It's like that. Again, this is Blizzard falling into this idea that busy means engaging, and it doesn't. Being busy is not the same thing as being engaged. Okay, those two things are different. This talent right here, I don't like at all. I think a lot of players see this and they think, oh my god, wow, wowie, that's so fun. No, it's not, because it changes the whole vibe of what Feral used to be. It was controlled, it was calculating, it was thoughtful. Now, look at this, Panther's Scowl. I got this talent off stream the other day. When Shred or Moonfire generate combo points, they have a 25% chance to generate full combo points. So you don't know. So what happens is this element of randomness. So now you could be on zero, you could be on fucking zero talent combo points. Hit Shred or Moonfire, and now it's time to either rip or ferocious bite. And you cannot at all predict what's going to happen. There's no more real thoughtfulness to it. It's just like reacting to what's happening in the spec because it's so proc based now. You see what I mean? It's like they changed the whole vibe of it. And it used to be you could have an expectation of what would happen when you pressed a button, but now that's all gone. And I think that's fucking sad because they turned this into like a APM monster. It's what they did. And I get it. Maybe some designer felt like, oh, well, it's Feral. It should be like visceral and just out of pocket, you know. This thing should just be lashing out and it's just crazy. It should be like a fucking monster. But that's not what it used to be. And so it's a bit of a rug pull for players. You know, I was fine. I was loving it until I got down. I started getting down into here and I started getting abilities that added double combo points. And then I got this ability, Panther's Guile, or this talent, and I was very disappointed. Because you don't have any expectation of how the thing's going to play from 1 second to the next. And I don't like that. It's not what it used to be. It's just spammy. It's spammy is what it is. It's busy and it's spammy. And I'm not sure if I like it. I haven't yet decided. What am I supposed to do in here? Fragment. Oh, I'm supposed to still be inside there. Right, I was supposed to go inside. I got so caught up on that rant about my disillusionment with Feral, I forgot what I was supposed to be doing, which is rubbing on this rock. Yeah, I got to rub on it. There's Vodka. Good morning. Says she gaming with a gay. Put the gay in it. I don't know why. She knows I'm straight. I'm gonna get a sip of coffee. The straight is top straight. I think I am the top straight in all the lands. And if I'm not, I'm probably the least gay out of everybody. Okay, Titan Lightning Generator. Well, that sounds dangerous. I don't know if I want to keep that in my pocket or not. Let's see. Vault Guardian's Missive. Oh, well, of course I don't need that. I'm not using offhands on a Feral Druid. On a Feral Druid. Put that on. Let me make sure. See, one of these... See, this is kind of a piece of shit trinket right here. It's just 8 agility and like increases your movement speed. This right here does damage. Okay, I would rather have this, I think. Well, I don't know. 8 passive agility. You know what? We'll just keep the higher level one. Let's keep things simple. We just leveling after all. You know. Leveling up the little porcupine. But if the spec keeps getting crazier and crazier, I may switch to balance. Give it a go. See how balance plays. But right now, Feral just feels out of pocket. That's what I'm gonna say about it. It's about ever since this talent, this thing is just out of pocket. And of course, I mean, I could skip it and we could take something else. But it's a very, I feel like this is probably one of the strongest talents in the tree. I just don't like how random it is. I just don't like the randomness that it puts into the spec. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe I can adapt to it. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, I'm not a dog. I'm a dragon. Let's see. Go down here. Oh wow, I get to kill a rare? First, is this I don't remember ever getting a quest to kill a rare. That's pretty nifty. Oh, stop that. No, no, no. We're not doing all that, boy. Let's berserk on his ass. Let's do this shit. Can't interrupt him. See, like, I never know what to expect, especially when you use berserk. Like, my god. If you think this thing's out of pocket outside of Berserk, like, good god, use Berserk and you will see just how crazy this thing really is. I just ripped on fucking one combo point. Okay. That's nothing, right? It's cloth. Ugh. What am I gonna do? Wipe my ass with that? It's cloth. All I know how to do with that is use it as toilet paper. Okay, fly up. There we go. Get up there in the sky. Big bat energy, y'all. Big ass bat. We overshot our target just a touch. Okay. They want me to kill dragons, y'all. Proto-dragons. Y'all know I don't like killing dragons. Let me spend these talent points. What we got now? I think this is I'm gonna hold off on this because actually slowing your target in PvE, a lot of times that just is disruptive to everything everybody's trying to do. Like, you think about this, yeah, I mean, you're like fucking yourself. Like, if you know, you go around gathering up mobs and you just putting a rake on them and you're slowing them down. Okay, you're slowing them down and you're trying to group them up. So the ones that you hit first are way behind. And you're just desyncing all the mobs. And then when you get to the last mob, you just have to wait on all the stragglers. I wish they would put something like slows them, you know, and have it only be in PvP, because that's where you really want to be slowing people down. I bet there's a talent that slows them down even more in PvP. Increase critical. I ain't reading all that. What's this? Wipe damage. Good God. Good God. Wild slash. Swipe damage increased by a flat 40%. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Well, what about this, though? I think we're going with this. Reduces Berserk by 60 seconds. I'll probably come back and get this. Ferocious Bite's damage to its primary target increased by 2% for each enemy affected by your rip, up to 10 enemies. So you can get up to 20% increased bite. So that's really good. So you kind of weave, what you'd want to do is just kind of weave, you know, you have a big group, you know, and you're whittling them down, you swiping, you primal wrathing, and then you building back up, and then you biting. And you just weaving the two things. Yeah. That could make for some really sexy damage, y'all. Okay, kill some proto-dragons. Well, I'm looking for them. Where the hell are they at? Is my little silly add-on over here telling me the wrong? Let's see if I can find them. Oh, I think it just wants me to kind of go into the... Oh, it still wants me to accept. Okay, I see what it's doing. I was pulling off to do something else before I was supposed to. I gotta talk to Nadalia. No? Who does it want me to talk to? Oh, Wolfred again. Get his quest. There we go. Now I go kill the dragons. Okay. I just saw a man named Twinkle, y'all. Twinkle, twinkle, Rip Van Winkle. Nope. Okay, what are these little highlights? Oh. So I'm supposed to be photographing some stuff too. So let me see. We'll get the camera out. I don't see anything. Like, what do they want me to... Is that it? Well, yeah, there we go. Okay, okay, I got it, y'all. Hell, I know what I'm doing. Fucking professional gamer. Totally professional. Okay, there's another thing I gotta do. I think we got it, right? Hungry Proto-Dragon? Did it not? It's highlighted. Why didn't it count? Motherfucker. Sorry, y'all. I mean to be swearing so much. Let me get a little bit closer. Well, for Pete's sake. There we go. Do it. No. I swear. Okay, we are right up under this thing. Maybe I have to get like the same level. Hold up. Let me get right here then. Now it's on the ground, the son of a bitch. What the heck? Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, it had to be catching a fish. Well, good God, that's some fish. What kind of fish is that? That's crazy. Let me get a sip of coffee. Oh, yeah. Okay, now is it just... There's... I think I've got one other thing. Proto-Dragon egg. Okay, let me go find this thing. Yep, 201. Probably gonna have to kill this guy. No. Maim him. You got maimed, y'all. You see that? That's one of the things I can do is I can maim. I remember how maim used to work. It used to be like a mesmerize or whatever you want to call it. And it would break on any damage. It was kind of like Rogue's Gouge. But now it's like kidney shot. It's a legit stun. There we go. There's the egg. Success. Y'all know Chet Show's getting some, like there's another season of Chet starting if y'all watch Chet Show. Oh, this might not be good. Like, my God. Here, let me berserk on their ass. Like these punk ass bitches. Punk ass bitches gonna get some stitches, y'all. Like you don't come at fucking Honey Badger like that. Honey Badger don't give a fuck. No. Like sit the fuck down. Come running up to me like that. Get put in the damn corner. Put a dunce hat on them. Alright, wants me to do this. Alright, let's go over here. They want me to free? They want me to keep killing dragons and free the whelps. No. Get out of here. Look at him, he's some kind of damn sexual pervert. Y'all, he's hard as a rock. Big bite. Earthbound primalist. Okay, so what am I supposed to do? Rescue the eggs? Or take pictures of them? Okay. I thought I was supposed to... No, rescue the whelps, not the eggs. Okay, I got it. That's definitely not a whelp. That's a whole ass drake. We'll kill these. Big bite. Big bites only. Now let's see. I don't think we're gonna mess with the apex ones. I think that's somebody I need to like, what do I need to do? Photograph him, yeah. Easy, y'all. Easy. Okay, get out of the thing. Oh, all you have to do is run for it to go away. Go. Oh, the Earthbound Primalists are the ones that are like oppressing the little whelps, y'all. Nope. Why did I bite on 25% energy? Am I silly? I think I'm a silly goose. Is that one? They don't all have whelps. Interrupt. All good girls interrupt their targets. Okay, I think, okay, so you can kind of, how do I know if, if I kill him, it's gonna free a The last one did, but I didn't see where he had a thing, but you know what? I don't care. I know for a fact if I kill this guy, it's gonna free that drake. There we go. Oh, okay. I see the thing on the ground, y'all. It's right there. I was looking all over. I was like, how am I freeing these things when I don't even see them? I keep biting on low energy. That's the frustration of all frustrations. Premature ferocious bitillation, y'all. Don't premature ferocious bitillation, okay? Now let's see. I've only killed 32% of proto-dragon? Like, God, I thought I've been killing so many. Well, I guess I've mostly been freeing them, hadn't I? I'm supposed to jump on something this spring. Oh my God. What in the world? Okay, so I'm supposed to take a picture of this guy now. Oh, they want me to get closer. Y'all, you think I'm not gonna roleplay walk? Like, I'm gonna roleplay walk this. Picture. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my God. What's he doing? Okay, I ain't trying to be in iguana mode. Alright, talk to Wolfred. Okay. My leg's itching. Can't be having all that. The only thing worse than an itchy leg is an itchy back. And the only thing worse than an itchy back is an itchy butt. And I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all, if your butt's itching, you got a little itchy ass on you, you need to wash it. Okay, get in the shower and wash that thing. Okay, that's the only solution. And I do not know that from experience. I've read about it. Okay, diversion. He's yapping, y'all. I'm gonna get a sip of coffee while he's role playing. Let's see. Use the camera, face towards... Oh, they want me to take a picture of diversion in front of the dragon head. Drakthir are a species out of time. Moments like this help us learn who we are. Yeah. A lot of people don't like the Drakthir, y'all. They don't like dragons. They think that the Drakthir are mere lizards. And that's fucking propaganda, y'all. And I'm gonna tell you this. There's a lot. I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all, in the Drakthir community, in the dragon community, there's a lot of self-loathing Drakthir. And they will actually, when somebody starts spamming lizard in the chat, as people do, they do this all the time now because they fucking hate dragons and they're trying to oppress us. They spam lizard in the chat and the fucking Drakthir themselves go along with it and spam it. I'm like, you are not a lizard. Don't let them drag you down. Don't let them drag you down. And people say, oh no, it's just this little funny thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's just a fun, just a little, you know, it's just a gaff. It's just a goof. No. It's fucking hate speech. It's what it is. And soon, very soon, there will be laws. There will be laws. There will be a prohibition, y'all. There's coming a day. Mark these words. There's coming a day when it'll be against the law to call a respectful dragon a lizard. It'll be a landmark. It'll be a landmark ruling, y'all. It'll be landmark. Alright, kill this son bitch. We only kill evil dragons, and I don't even like to do that, y'all. I think evil dragons are people too. Uh-oh. There's a worgen. There's a worgen. That's my girlfriend's favorite race. She loves worgens. And she's always looking at their butts when they're in that little running form they have. And she'll be telling them, I have to get on her, y'all. She's like, oh yeah, I want that worgen to back that thing up. Oh yeah. And I'm like, oh, what? What are you talking about? She's like, oh yeah, back it up. She's like, look at that worgen. That worgen got a dumpy. I'm like, the fuck you say? Am I supposed to just be... Yeah, so we're just down to killing dragons now. I need to pay attention a little bit. We are trying to really level. Just putting a rip. Oh, he got interrupted. Getting my bleeds up. Doing a little multi-dotting, y'all. That's all. I need to do better about using my primal instincts rocks to heal myself, because you can't get to it. I wish you could get 2 stacks of primal instincts. So if you're like me, you're not paying attention, you can have 2 build up. Just gonna put the dots on that one. Put the dots on this one, interrupt. Big bite. We're gonna stealth on this boy. I interrupted that while I was scratching my nose, y'all. Does that make me elite gamer? I think it does. I think it does. Not everybody can do that. Oh my god, the dual rake stuns 2 people at once. Is that intended? That's gotta be a bug, right? Y'all don't tell nobody that, okay? Like, that way my feral can reign supreme for eternity. I had no idea that the stun component would apply to 2. I thought I was just getting the bleed effect. Look, this talent right here. Double clawed rake. As if I only got 2 claws, y'all. I got like a whole fucking handful of claws on both hands. Y'all, I'm a goddamn honey badger. Okay? I'm very powerful. Supremely powerful, some people would say. Very few would disagree with it. Let me see now. We just need some more dragons. Probably just... I'm trying to get my bearings. I think like there should be some around this way. Like in all the blue zones. Like, why are you in stealth? Why are you going slow? Go quickly. Please go quickly. Get in the fuck. Okay. About to start making girl noises. Angry, frustrated girl noises. I don't wish to do it. I wish to be happy and joyful. Like all the joy, y'all. Rampant joy. Unbridled, unabated, unabashed joy. I didn't know I knew that many words that started with a U or un, but I apparently did. Come here, you fuck. Get down here. Do not toy with me, dragon. It's a mistake. What did he think he was doing? Up there flying around like that. Inappropriate. You know what? Y'all, I think I'm starting to adapt to this newer, faster type of feral. Maybe I'm starting to like Panther's Guile. Very possibly. Hey, I've got a talent point I hadn't spent. We'll put that second point in matted fur. I mean, y'all, do y'all put like talent points in tangled hair in real life? Think about if y'all had a talent tree in real life and you could put points into it, would you take the talent point that said, you know, oh, frizzy tangled up hair because it's protective? You know, you got like a damn like you turn your hair into a pine cone practically. I don't know if I'd put points in that, y'all. I kind of like having my hair not be all tangled up and stuff. Big bite. Okay, now we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go over yonder. Let's see. To right about here, and we're gonna accept rings to bind them, which is a Lord of the Rings reference. One ring to rule them all. One ring to find them. One ring something, something, and in the darkness bind them. Something like that, y'all. I should know this. I've read that book all the way through twice. Once in school, and I hated it. And then I watched the movie. The movies came out. And then a few years later, I read the books again at my own pace for pleasure. I think I had to read it in my literature class in college. But then a few years later, after watching the movies, I just read it for myself, and I fucking loved it. But it's been years since I actually read it. At this point, I read The Hobbit a few years ago. Read The Hobbit again. That's a much quicker, easier read, of course, than Lord of the Rings. You know, they're written on two very different reading levels. Well, you blazing son of a bitch, what do you think you're doing? Come over here like that. Like somebody's gonna get an ass whooping. And that's what's gonna happen. Blazing manifesto. Yeah. So I just kill these guys and loot the rings from them. Okay, well, that's easy enough. A lot of times these quests be having you do like 50, 100 things, you know. Like, if they trying to get me to do more than like one thing, I just kind of, too much. We're just gonna swipe the day away. I'm gonna use my big, y'all, I like the, Hair racial. Thorn Bloom, it's really good. So if you're a healer or a damage dealer or a tank, it's really good because it has a healing component and a damage over time component too. I'll give you all a second. I'm gonna let y'all, while I get a sip of coffee, I'm gonna let y'all read the tooltip. It's actually really good. Oh yeah. Y'all, I'm gonna have to go take a break. Yep. Let me get to somewhere safe. And we'll go up on top of this big peak right here. And y'all give me just a few minutes, and I'm gonna go take a little bathroom coffee break, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. And I'm glad to be back. Vodka says she's fully awake now. Good. Did you hear what I was saying a while ago? I was telling everybody how much you like Worgans and how you always want them to be backing them things up. Yeah. And that's true, y'all. She'll probably try to deny it, but she knows deep down she wants them Worgans, you know, backing them things up. She's always trying to get me to play a Worgan, y'all. She's like, I'm so damn tired of that little ugly Drakthir of yours. Why don't you play something beautiful like a Worgan? Oh no, she's ran. Hey, look at this thing. Oh, this is part of something I have to do. Well, I'm gonna whoop its ass. Let me get a sip of coffee and I'm gonna whoop that ass. She says burn them? She's... I don't know what to say. Let me get a sip of coffee. This thing better give something cool. It's a ghost griffin. I'm gonna sneak up on it. Not gonna expect this. Gonna rake the booty. Pow! Oh my god! Holy shit! It's procking all my stuff. We got... Fuck! What? I reckon I was supposed to use something... Wait, I'm not even supposed to be up here. Why did I think I was supposed to be doing that? Just because there was a thing? Like, that thing murked at my ass. I mean, holy shit. That ain't right. That ain't right. I'm supposed to just be killing. The guide says to kill blazing manifestations. What in the hell was I doing up there? I guess that's just where I went to go take my break at, and then I come back and that thing's right in front of me, and in my little brain, y'all, I've only got 2 brain cells, and they tend to be focused on the same thing, so let me go get my corpse. We're in the spirit realm. I know. Vodka says, oh my, I know. Good God, that thing's vicious. I don't think we're gonna toy with that anymore. That would take... I probably need to be max. I probably need to be 80. Well, it says 46. I don't know. That would take a group. You would need a tank for that, for sure. And a healer, at least. That thing tore my little honey badger ass up. Come on. We're gonna round up a few of them. Come on over here, biatch. That's a ding, y'all. This little guide's fast as heck. I got this guide yesterday. And I went from getting levels like... Cause y'all know how I just be like meandering around. Getting levels like every 20-30 minutes to getting levels like every 5 to 10 minutes. And more like every 5 minutes for sure. If you really focus. Let's see, Earthwarden. And then more blazing. I gotta kill more of these things. Like, how many damn blazing manifestations do they want me to kill? I'm gonna just kill all this right here. Do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Some biting. It's tooth and claw. Like, they don't have much health. Oh, that's my biggest bite yet. 28, 27. Okay, what? 5 more? Okay, well, we'll just keep killing them then. Interrupting. Gosh, I really, really want Moonfire. So I can pull a little bit from a distance. Melter Igneous. So I need to kill that big ass worm. I think I can hit him from over there, because you don't want to stand in the lava and try to do it. That's a good way to get killed. Oh, he's got... There we go. We're gonna Berserk, interrupt him. I don't know. I think I like the old style Berserk better. Because it gave you back energy. So like this Berserk is good. Let's look. he's gonna be dead in a sec. Let's look at the tooltip on this. Okay, go berserk for 15 seconds. Generate one you mother flipper. Interrupted. Like, you interrupt me, I interrupt you. Okay. Now let's look at this. It lasts 15 seconds. It generates one combo point every 1.5 seconds. Okay. Combo point generating abilities also generate one additional combo point. So every time you use Moonfire, Rake, or Shred, you're generating 2 combo points instead of 1, and you're getting an additional one every 1.5 seconds. Finishing moves restore up to 3 combo points. So when you bite or rip, they give up to 3. That's a little vague because it says up to 3 combo points. So it's not necessarily 3, because it says up to. So that's a random, I'm guessing that's a random amount of combo points getting for the refund part of your finisher. And all attack and ability damage is increased by 15%. Okay. Okay. Let's think about that for a second. That sounds like it's really great, don't it? I mean, it sounds like a whole bunch of wowie, but I don't think it's nearly as powerful as the old version of Berserk. And I want to say, like, back in Wrath of the Lich King, Berserk just like doubled or tripled or quadrupled your energy regen for 15 or 20 seconds. Y'all. And also, not only did it increase your energy regen, I can't remember if it increased it. I think it increased it, and I think it decreased, it cut in half the cost of your abilities. So Shred goes from like 40 to 20 or whatever, okay? And your finishers cost half as much. That's going to be way more damage than this, because what this does, the problem this version of Berserk creates, is it gives you all these combo points, okay, which seem like that's really great, right? But it's not that great, because you have to have 50, like, you have to have at least 50 energy, otherwise Ferocious Bite just fucking tickles the target. Look at what it says. Okay, it costs 25, and it uses up to an additional 25 to increase the damage of the bite per point. So 800 damage goes to 1600 damage if you use it on 50 energy. Okay, the problem this Berserk creates is that there's no compensation for energy. Okay, so yeah, you're spamming a lot of Ferocious Bites, but they're doing half the fucking damage they otherwise would be if you had a bunch of energy. So I much prefer the old style of Berserk. I think it was way more powerful. You know, yeah, writing a bunch of shit in a tooltip doesn't actually make the ability more powerful. It's more complex, but it's not as powerful as the old one. There's the whole energy problem. Yeah. It don't do you much good to have a bazillion combo point. What I'm really saying here, let's simplify this. It don't do you much damn good to have a bazillion fucking combo points if you don't have the energy. Okay, because the bites ain't gonna do shit. All them bites, they ain't doing shit. That's what I'm really trying to say. You know, and sticking 15% damage on there, oh, whoop-de-doo. You know. Wowie. 15% whole compensatory damage for everything that was lost. It's not much of a compensation. That's right, baby. Vodka says, baby, a WoW professional. She knows best. I've been playing this game since this game has existed. And I've seen all the fucking iterations of this shit. And some of them are better than others. There's a lot of game design stuff that used to be better. And now it's not as good. And some of it's just... Some of this is just complexity for the sake of complexity. And that's never good. I mean, another way, let me just put it like this. Another way to write this tooltip. Let me think about how much actual damage this is. Let's think about how much damage increase this is, okay, actually, for like 15 seconds. For 15 seconds, you probably doing 25 to 30% more damage. Okay, we could just write the tooltip. Like, one way to write this tooltip is that all of your abilities just do 30% more damage for 15 seconds. How about that? Wow. You know, all the math that it takes to make this thing as complicated as it is, it's just fucking, it's just a waste of time. It's just a bunch of stuff to read and think about. It's like, I could turn one knob and do all of this without like making the people that code the game have to jump through 20 million fucking hoops. You know, we could change one multiplier, you know, in front of that whole big ass equation, and it would do the same thing. You know, it's like, why not? Like, I would like to be in that meeting and I would pitch that and say, why do you want to do this instead of what I just said? Or could we do something like slightly more complicated that still does the same thing? Just so the player will have something interesting to read, you know? But I'm ranting. I'm yapping. Oh my. Let's not die. Oh no, they procking my stuff. They procking my, get out of that. I actually pulled a lot more of them than I thought. Or did I? How many did I pull there? That 4? Okay, why am I in this cave? We gotta like free some trapped cave stones. Be right here. I feel like these things have more health than they should. Interrupted. There's gotta be, okay, here we go. Here's how to do it. I got a little tiny ass hammer. I got a little tiny baby hammer. Why would you put this big ass cooldown on this? 8 seconds? You just want to make me wait 8 seconds? Okay, that's a lot of fun. There we go. I would rather... I'm ranting about everything these days. But like, today, I mean... I would rather you give me 10 of these mobs to free and give me a hammer that doesn't have a cooldown rather than give me 3 of these mobs to free and a fucking hammer that has an 8-second cooldown. It's the same amount of time, but at least I get to feel like I'm doing something and not just standing around with my thumb up my ass. Let me be a game designer. You know, at one time I put in an application to Blizzard to be a game designer for them. And they sent me a letter back and they said, yeah, we appreciate your interest, but we've gone with someone else. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm glad you did. I'm glad. But for a long time, it was my dream, y'all. Like, if we go back 10 years ago, it was my absolute dream to be on WoW's design team. And it just never came to be. I didn't really push the issue to really try to do it, but it was kind of my dream. Like, at that point, I was so in love with the game that I would have probably just worked for free. Honestly, that's how passionate about the game I used to be. I still love the game, but I'm like a lot of players these days that's been playing it forever. I'm a little disenfranchised, honestly. There's been too many rug pulls. Come on. Tiger's Fury, Ferocious Bite. And I don't know, I meant to talk about this, like, Jeffrey Kaplan. Jeffrey Kaplan is probably one of the greatest game designers ever lived. I would put him up there with, what's his name that did Sid Meier? Y'all know about Sid Meier? Most people regard him as one of the greatest game designers to ever live, if not the greatest. He designed Civilization. Y'all probably, I'm sure y'all have heard of it. You may have never played it, but you probably at least heard of it. But he is a genius game designer. But so is Jeff Kaplan. And you know, Jeff's one of the original, he wasn't one of the original WoW devs, but he's been on the team since the old days. But he recently gave an interview. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all know Lex Freeman? I don't really watch him very much. I've watched a few of his interviews with people I'm very interested in. I don't not that big on his interview style or anything like that, but he's a decent interviewer. But Jeffrey Kaplan gave him an interview like a couple of weeks ago, and do y'all know what was talked about? Like, Jeff went on there. Y'all know that Jeff left Blizzard recently. Jeff had moved from the WoW team. At one point, Jeff was the game director, and he left from WoW after Titan fell through. Y'all know they was planning Titan, and Titan became Overwatch. Well, here's the thing. He left Overwatch like a couple of weeks ago, I believe. And do you know why he did it? Because apparently the way he made it sound is that Blizzard basically told him that he either designed the game a certain way to better, I can't remember, y'all, you'll have to watch the interview, but they told him that if he wasn't able to design the game to capture more players a certain amount, that they were going to lay off like a whole bunch of people in the company. And they kind of hung that on him. I've I've listened. Here's the thing, and I may be getting this a little wrong, but y'all would have to watch it. It's Jeff Kaplan and Lex Friedman on YouTube. It's a whole like 2-3 hour interview, but you can find the highlights of this. So some things have changed at Blizzard, y'all, from what I can see, because Kevin Jordan, just 3 or 4 years ago, he was one of the primary designers on the game. He was one of the original 3. It was like him and Alan Adham and what's his name, the CEO. He said that Blizzard had never put any kind of pressure on them for like better monetization. But then again, you know, Kevin hadn't been at Blizzard in like 10 years or longer. I think he left in 13 years now, because I think he left in 2013. He actually got fired because he was like spending more time with his daughter and stuff, trying to spend more time with his family, and something like that. But so Blizzard's changed a little bit, you know, and there's people that still look at the company with like some really rose-colored glasses, I think. But the video is something like, let me see. Jeff Kaplan, the biggest fuck you I've ever got. Let me put Lex Friedman in there too. But yeah, if you just put Lex Friedman and Jeff Kaplan, the whole interview comes up, but the highlights are there too, so you don't have to watch 3 hours if you don't want to. I love listening to stuff like that. I love listening to game design talk and learning about WoW's history and stuff, but there's like a 5-minute highlight there somewhere that y'all can find where he talks about that, like Overwatch and why he left. Yeah, but they basically told him something along the lines of like, if you don't get some more people playing this game, we're gonna lay some people off, something like that. Don't hold me to it. I ain't liable for it, but it was something like that. Right, Ivaka says, how dare he be a family man? That's what I'm saying. And these game companies, it's not just Blizzard. They expect they expect what you call passion hours in game design. So if you ain't ready to work, you know, 80 hours a week and 100 or more hours a week when it's time to ship the game, it ain't the right industry for you. Like, cause these companies these days, they don't give a fuck. They trying to push something out the door, and they don't care if the quality ain't there. Alright, we going all in on this boy. We about to jump him. I'm gonna be blowing cooldowns. Oh yeah, we teeing off. He ain't casting that. Interrupted. I let the cast go all the way at least 3/4. That way he wastes more time in the cast. I'm gonna maim that. Fuck! I missed it. I'm used to having maim on A. Interrupted that. We're gonna maim the next thing. Well, if I have talent, if I have combo points, God, there we go. Maim, bitch. I should be using my interrupted. Oh, he's very disappointed in that. I need to be using my let's see if I have another maim for this. I don't. It's 8 seconds. My primal instinct procs is what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to be too focused on what I'm doing to talk. I cannot talk. If I get really focused, I just can't talk. It takes all my attention. And that's why I never stop talking, y'all, because I'm not focused. Well, where do I turn it in? So we got to go out of the cave. All right, honey badger speed. Honey badger speed. And no more rants for today, y'all. I promise. I'm done ranting. I done been on like 2 or 3. I don't know why I'm ranting so much today. Been on like, the limit is 3, y'all. 3 rants per stream. 1 rant per hour. You know what? I might make, you know what? I might make a YouTube channel called Natalie Rants and just cut out like parts of my stream where I go on these fucking rants and just stick those up there on the YouTubes. Have it be separate from my VOD channel. That could be fun. Oh yeah, we're getting this pole arm. And another level, y'all. This guide is fucking baller. 45. Is that a good? Why doesn't it oh, it does tell me it's an upgrade. Huh. I'm like, why does it not tell me it's an upgrade? It says it right there, the arrow, dummy. Okay, something, that 37's getting replaced, and then we put the little poly arm on. Okay. Now it says teleport to a neighborhood with the house finder. Not teleport to plot. Huh. Okay, let me see if I know how to do that. Teleport to a neighborhood. I go to a house finder probably. I'm confused. Teleport to a neighborhood. Well, that would be the only other way. The only other thing to do is to teleport to a neighborhood. So just any neighborhood. We'll go to this one, I guess. Vodka says she gonna be like Peter Griffin and grind my gears. You know what grind my gears? Hee. Yeah. It really grinds my gears, Lois. You know what really grinds my gears? Yeah. Fuck yeah. We need to watch Family Guy, cause goddamn, I love that show. I love that show. Absolutely. I've always loved Peter Griffin. You know, some people, you know, there's like camps around like The Simpsons, like these, people are campy about like, their animated sitcoms. Like, the people, you've got like the different teams, right? You got like Team Simpsons and you got Team Family Guy. I guess they wanted me to come here because it was faster to get to the portal that way. Instead of, because like if I went into my plot, then it would be way far away from the portal. I'd have to fly for like a solid minute. Okay. I can enable war mode to gain more experience. However, this makes you hostile to the faction. You remain attackable at all times until war mode is turned off. Well, I don't care. Like, you think I'm scared? Like, what fucking turn war mode on? Like, come at me, bitches. I always say, bitches get stitches. I think we're gonna do natural recovery. I'm loath to go into the healing line, but like 4% extra healing on myself, that counts with like my primal instinct regrowth too, so That's decent. Okay, we ain't doing nothing else over here though. Fuck this. I don't even see this part of the tree. Like, it might as well just black it out. Just black that shit out. Okay, now we get some more feral points. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted on this wild slashes because, good lord, 40% more damage on swipe? That's good while leveling, you know, the extra... Oh my gosh, got the burpee pose. You know, I think this is pretty synergistic with this one. Because we're doing swipes to get Primal Fury or whatever it's called. And then we use Primal Fury. And then we're weaving, right? We're Primal Fury. And then we've got all the rips up on everything. And then we bite. And we're getting 20% more damage on our bite. So I feel like these two are very synergistic. So we're going to do that. I love that for leveling, for sure. That's good for anything, but really good for leveling. Like, good cleave damage is always nice to have. Oh, they want me to go to Belemeth. Belemeth? Is that where the Night Elves sell their methamphetamines? I think it is. I'm pretty sure about it, actually. It's a fact. Where the hell's it at? Just where exactly is it? Belemeth. That's Oribos. Probably up here. It's got them little breadcrumb waypoints in the guide. Vodka says, I made ground beef in a pot with cheese and slapped it on some bread. That sounds good. That sounds pretty good. Okay, now accept Cenarius, Keeper of the Grove. Well, where's that at? This game telling me lies? Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Where? Where? There ain't nothing here. Did I click the right portal? I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe it wants me to take the Valshower portal and it just got the steps a little wonky. That's probably what it wants me to do. Yep, that's what it wanted. It just had the little, the order operations a little mixed up. Wait a minute, why? Oh, it's you can't just put somebody on the back of a fucking deer? An antelope? Whatever this thing is. Like, it just grabbed me without consent. I did not consent to this. Anybody want to ride Malfurion Storm Rage? He's a flippin' simp and a cuck, y'all. Tyrande! Tyrande, my love! Never forget, y'all. If you've seen the quest, you know. And people say, oh, it was a demon possessing him. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was a metaphorical demon. Like, you know how they say, oh, he had his demons. Yeah, that's how he was possessed, y'all. It was not Xavius. Or whatever his flippin' name is. You want to make people mad, y'all. You go on the forums and you start talking about Malfurion and how stupid he was acting in Legion about Tyrande. Oh my god. People show up in droves, y'all, to try to correct you. Actually, it was a demon that had you possessed. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth when you're talking to me. I love the actually people, y'all. Anybody like that, y'all know the actually people, right? The people that's like, they use that word like every other sentence. Actually. They are so easy to bait. And yes, I do enjoy a touch of trolling. I don't get carried away with it, y'all. I'm not out to hurt nobody. But I just like to get under the skin just a little bit. It's like they don't realize that I have no emotional investment in the things I'm saying. You know, they don't realize that. And they're talking to me like I do. And that's what makes it funny. Like, people wonder why people troll. That's why. Because it's fun and easy. But yes, it does distort the conversation. So it's a moral hazard, but it's also fun, y'all. Most things that are... It's hard to have fun. And y'all look inside yourselves. Ask yourselves. Go in your own head. Go in your own heart. Look in your soul. But and ask yourself, you know that it's almost impossible to have fun without a little bit of moral hazard, okay? Without a touch of chaos as well. Y'all know that's true. Okay, sweetheart, this sip's for you. Tasty sip. Tasty. Tasty, 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 tasty. Okay, talking to the big tree. Got him talked to. Now we got to go over and fuck off, little bat creatures. I'm the bat here. What do they think they're doing? Oh, they're harpies. Oh my good god. Good gracious. Get away from me, harpies. Get away from me. The only thing worse than harpies are sirens, y'all. Like, you know, those weird ass mermaids that like to sing songs. They think they're bards and they, you know, their songs bring all the boys to the yard. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Oh, good god. Sorry, I apologize. But that one got the better of me. I think that's the first stretch I had all stream, y'all. And you know what? It was a good one. But I got a good night's sleep last night. I had a weird ass dream though. I had a weird ass dream. Okay, so we talked, hold on. They want me to use my PvP talents. Like, I don't know. Just do that and do this and whatever. Maybe do that as well. I have no idea. Okay. My mind went blank there for a sec. It happens. Don't worry, y'all. I am... What's it called? I'm processing. I'm calibrating. We're recalibrating. Vodka's role-playing. She says chaos, anarchy, burned them all down. Oh my god. Make it for Natalie's skull throne. I would like to have a skull throne. But you know, I don't want to build it myself. That would be a lot of work. It'd be a lot of fighting as well. Let me stop fighting these harpies because I don't even need them. Listen to them. You know, did y'all know that, well, I'll tell you about this dream I had in a second, but also let's talk about harpies for a second because, well, as we can see, they are currently relative. But y'all, the harpies, they have, when Legion first came out, the harpies, oh my god, if y'all weren't there for it, you won't know what I'm talking about. But the harpies had these voice lines, and they were actually had volume. They were actually saying these voice lines, and they would spam them. Y'all, they would spam this shit to no end, and they would squawk. They would just go squawk. And they had all these voice lines, and they would talk shit the whole time you were fighting them, and so they were so loud, and it was so constant that players took to the forums. They were like, the fuck are these harpies doing out here in High Mountain? And so Blizzard had to literally go and nerf these harpies, y'all. They were like, we're sorry, the harpies no longer harp as much. But they had all this stuff. Now they don't say anything. Now they no longer do vocal emotes. Okay, it's just in the chat, all the stuff they used to would say. But I personally thought it was hilarious. And I was, of course, on the forums, and I was telling players that they were stupid. You know, that the harpies were supreme, and that they deserved to have these really loud vocal emotes. And I was really in there, you know, grassroots movement, y'all, trying to make sure that the harpies stayed strong. And I failed, y'all. I failed everybody. You know, I let the people down. We were not able to save the harpy voices. I said that the harpy voices, you know, they deserve to be heard. And unfortunately, all the other players, they drowned me out, y'all. They canceled me. They canceled me. They told me I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, that I was a moron. I was an imbecile, y'all. They said that I might be the stupidest motherfucker to ever live. And I thought that was rude. But Blizzard agreed with them. Blizzard took their side. You know, Blizzard took their side. I'm killing all... Why in God's name am I going around killing these harpies that I don't even need? I only need to kill this one. It's a mystery. She's casting lightning bolts. Stop that. Maimed. Interrupted. Okay, now I'm supposed to be getting the witches? Destroy the hatchling harpy eggs with AoE ability. Okay. Let's go stealth mode. Like, we're going ninja. Honey Badger ninja mode. But it says it's right here. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a small treasure chest. Cool. The guy's actually telling me to get the chest. Seriously. That's a rare. I don't have to kill her. I don't see where the eggs are though. It's saying back this way. It just keeps putting me back and forth. Does it think there's something here that's not here? There's a bunch of little treasure chest things down here. What am I doing wrong? It's saying kill the Stoneblood Witches. I don't see any of those actually. Well, that's an Elder Witch. I got a feeling that I'm supposed to be doing like a world quest or something. I just don't see it. Let's go down here. I'm supposed to be on step 22. I don't know. I'm gonna go right here and turn this little quest in and see if that kind of updates stuff. No, it's determined. It's determined that my butt go over here for step 22, but there's nothing there. It's like, it's saying like a percent, so it makes me think it's supposed to be a world quest, but there's no world quest there. Here's what we do. Here's what we do. We just turn the shit off. How about that? And we use our own noodle because that seems to be for the best. All right, let me grab this quest right here. And we'll go over, well, actually we'll turn these two in. Oh yeah. Where you at? There he is. At Lothier. Solid as a rock. Complete A. Oh, nice. We got a nice cloak. Oh, got some other stuff to equip too. Ring. Got a 45 trinket. Very nice. 45. Okay. Looks like we got everything. Okay, now we'll head over here and do this one. Whatever else is over here too. Talk this little wisp. I think you like go through the water or something with this thing. Like, I remember these quests quite well. I played Legion a lot. It's probably one of the expansions where I spent the most time in the game. And what am I supposed to do? I gotta grow trees. Okay. I think I just need to avoid these things in the water. Grow that tree. Grow this tree. Come over here. Little tree right there, just a cute little tree, that's all it is. Just going around the banks here. Get this one. 4 more. Halfway done. We ballin'. So we have to avoid the fish, y'all. You see the big stupid fish? Like, ain't nobody fucking with no fish, y'all. No, you stupid bastard. Fuck you. That was horse shit and y'all know it. Happy horse shit is what it was. I'm very disappointed, y'all. That shouldn't have happened. That thing started chasing me. I didn't even get in its ring. Okay, very good. Very good. I'm just wisping around. Y'all know wisp, or if you zoom in on them, they're just like little male night elf heads. You ever look at them? See? All that is. It's an ethereal, disembodied night elf head, male. Yep. Oh good, level 48. See, mommy don't need no guy, does she? Doing just fine. All the times I've used leveling guides, y'all, I usually use them a little bit and then I just get fed up with them because they're always so buggy. And I'm like, you know what? Just fuck it. Not dealing with that. Like, the game kind of gives you everything you need to level up fast these days. I hate that you run out of points. I hate that it takes so many points to get down the tree that they force you into stuff you don't want. Like, I don't want none, I don't want any more of this healing shit. I guess that's decent. Like, I get a longer regrowth when I cast it on myself, so the primal instinct thing is pretty good. But I also don't like being pushed out of the stuff I like. Like, we could just reduce the point requirement to come down, you know? So what if you get there earlier? You know, it's like, eh. There's ways around that. I could think of a few. But I'm not going to go on another rant, y'all. Okay. New PvP talent? Well, not more. Like, it's like, I was thinking, oh, they've increased the capacity. No, they just give me a new one to use if I want to. Okay, so let's go find the next thing to do. We're just going to do south and then go north. Vodka says that would be insane. Well, no, not a lot of people. Every once in a while, well, most people don't accuse me of being insane, so it's kind of like par for the course. Dishonored? Let's get this. Slay Xandrus. Okay. Kill this guy first. We'll use cooldowns. Oh, he brought his little buddy with him and put a rip on him. Well, thanks for... You fuck! Did y'all see that? He comes out and kill steals, y'all. There's nothing worse than sniping somebody's kill. Like, we're fellow druids, right? We're fellow feral druids. I thought that we would be cool, you know? I thought there's like druid code, okay? You don't snipe another druid's kill. But motherfuckers damn sure did. Okay, now we gotta kill Kagaraxes or something. Like, you don't put that many X's in a name. Very bad. What all the... I thought there was like a world quest here that usually you'd have to do. I don't see it though. Like a bonus objective, I mean. That's what I mean. Go in here. Belt up. He's not gonna detect me, y'all. I'm very ninja. Very. I ain't got no coalies though. Ain't got no coalies. That's what Swifty used to call them. That never really called on. I was like, I'll call them CDs, but I'm not calling them fucking coolies, okay, buddy? Okay, he's dead. What now? Oh, talk to the little night elf before I run off. Get your ass out of there. Come on. Okay, we gotta find Theon. We're going fast. Some might even say we're balling. Soon to be shot calling, y'all. You just never know. Oh yeah, touch this Druid. Okay, Druid diddled. I diddled him. And now he's going on his merry way. Nobody's afraid of you, bro. Nobody's afraid of you. You're the worst demon that ever lived. Now they got me attacking a nice peaceful feral druid. We zerking. We doing little tiny bites, but we doing a bunch of them. Interrupted. Now we gotta chill again so we don't let our bleeds fall off. I'm gonna let my rip. Oh no. So you gotta be careful when you're, I think with like the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 seconds of Berserk, you gotta start slowing down a little bit because your initial rip's gonna fall off because you're not gonna have the energy. Or maybe you just save your, you don't worry about biting on high energy at all. And you just spam what you got while Berserk's up. And then when Berserk's finished, you save the Tiger's Fury that way because Rip's going to be getting low and you can easily, you know, apply another one by spamming Shred or whatever you need to. I think that's how you do it. And then that way, you know, that Rip also gets snapshotted with, you know, Tiger's Fury. Okay, Theon's Grief. Vodka says, baby crazy, crazy beautiful. Oh my, you flatter. You doth flatter. Oh. Gosh, the stretchings. Now the stretches is hitting me. I got to go take a little break, y'all. Just a short one this time, though. Let's see, complete this. Okay. Give me like a minute, y'all. Just about a minute. I'm just gonna go visit the loot and heat my coffee up. I'll be right back. And then we'll see what this says. I think it's just a guild invite. Okay, y'all, we back. We back. And we's glad to be back. Got my coffee heated up. We ready to game. Ready to do it. Oh yeah, a little guild invite. The Dirty 30. Yeah. Nope. Don't care about that. I just invite myself to our guild later. That way I don't have to keep getting guild invites. Somebody was posting on the forum like literally yesterday. I read the forums a little bit every day, you know, not much, just a little bit, 10-15 minutes maybe, just to see what people are talking about. You know, I like to stay abreast of the issues, y'all. I do. And somebody had a pretty big thread about how pissed off they were about getting guild invites. I said, well, I said, just turn off the invite thing. And they're like, no, it's just the whispers are driving me crazy. I was like, well, just join a guild, you know, make your own guild. And then they're like giving me shit like, oh God, that's too much work. It's like, it actually takes 10 minutes, 5 minutes if you're lucky. You know, give people like 20 gold, 100 gold or whatever to sign a guild signature. You'll have your own guild and the shit'll be over. And then you can invite all of your alts to it for the rest of your life. It's very easy to do. Gone are the days where you had to like have a friend invite you to the guild. You can literally invite yourself. Let me get a sip of coffee. But no, that was too much work and I was an idiot. Like, okay. You know what I want to do? I want to go mess with my house a little bit. Because I ain't done that. We got some good levels. Hey, you little shit. How dare you? How dare you? Come up on me like that. You don't come up on a lady like this. Smolderhide cocksucker. That's what he is. He's not a smolderhide warrior. No. Okay, I'm teleporting home. Because I want to work on my little housey poo. Yeah, I want to work on my little housey poo a bit. Because I've gotten quite a lot of furniture in the last few weeks. And I have not done much. Housing is something I've still kind of not really like pushed into yet. I kind of just have a house. I hadn't really done much. Like got into the system. I haven't really, you know, I know a lot of people that are like making flipping mansions, like goddamn MTV crib worthy stuff. And I'm out here like a basic bitch. Let's go in here. I want to put, I love that it's raining out. That makes it more cozy. So, Vodka says it says I don't have WoW installed. That's interesting. I wouldn't do a reinstall just yet. I would Google that because there's a way to make WoW find your installation. Okay, don't don't hit like repair or something like that because you'll have to reinstall the whole game. There's a way to show it where the folder's at because something's happened and it's just kind of, no, you did that. God damn. Honey, there's a way to show it where your install is. Because something happened. Something clearly happened that it just kind of lost the address to your folder. And you just need to show it, but now you reinstalling the whole game. Bless your heart. I'm telling you, you are a little chaos demon. Like people used to say I was chaotic. No. You make the fucking devil look orderly, baby. Like Satan's embarrassed by your chaotic majesty. Don't show them the Murloc room. I wouldn't dream of it. She's got a Murloc breeding room, y'all, in her house. She's breeding baby Murlocs. And I will not elaborate on that, okay? So don't ask. Maybe I will. Maybe I will as like a last thing, but I want to decorate my house a little bit. Oh, that's perfect. Cosmic barrel. That's cool too. I got a lot of, we gotta just go down here and like see what all cool stuff I've got. Because my cultural appreciation room is getting, well, we may be like over appreciating some cultures here. Like the level of appreciation, it's like it's starting to go from appreciation to worship. Y'all, we might be like bordering on worship down here. Not in my house, that's for sure. Baka says, where's my orc shit at? It probably shits in the woods. I feel like one thing about the Heronir stance is it's a little too wide, y'all. Why would anybody stand? So like, let's think about natural humanoid posture. Last rant of the day, y'all, I promise. Why is she standing with her heels outside the center line of her shoulder? This is like the stance I use when I squat, y'all. People don't normally stand with a stance this wide. Okay, why did they do that? Were they trying, did they think that there's some kind of association? Did they try to make them like be more masculine or something? Because that's not really, I can't imagine. I just can't imagine why they would have done this. But your heels, when people are standing, okay, so when they walk, this is a normal walk. Okay, the heels might actually be too close together. I don't think most people's gait, you know, is this narrow. This is how women walk when they're walking down a catwalk. Okay, they almost put one foot in front of another. It's a very feminine thing to do. But this stance, y'all, watch when she stops. Look at this. She's woman spreading. Okay. She's woman spread. Why are you doing this? Like, nobody stands with their heels outside of their armpits. Okay. This is like a squat stance. That's one little, what's their sit look like? Okay, just a standard night elf sit. But with the knees out a little bit further apart. The night elf's knees are not. So they're carrying over the stance width into the sit. Interesting. I guess they did it. So, okay, I understand why they did it now. I've thought about it long enough, and we've come to the conclusion that they wanted to distinguish the Heronir as much as they could from the night elves, so they didn't get called what I call them, which is night elf porcupines. But they use the same rig as the night elf and everything, and clearly they just build on the texture of the night elf as well. But I think they thought this stance would distinguish them. So let's think about this. Let me show y'all something. This is hitting me now. I gotta think for a second. What are... I gotta actually look it up because I'm because they did this somewhere else, and I'm gonna point it out to you. Just bear with me for a second. Okay, Nightborn. Y'all know the Nightborn, right? The Horde Night Elf. They did the same thing. So they did the same thing, and it's hitting me even more because they may have just not taken exactly the Night Elf's rigging. They probably took this from the Nightborn, because look at the stance. The Nightborn have this exaggerated stance width as well. And I think maybe they're just doing this to distinguish it more from the Night Elf, who stands with a normal humanoid stance, you know, the heels well within the confines of the armpits. So it's just something I'm noticing. It's not a big deal. I think they're just doing it to set them apart a little bit, try to make them look a little different, make them a little more unique. But nobody stands like this. Nope. No humanoids. Unless they're doing it for effect. You know, maybe they're putting their hands on their hips and they're like, you know? But, what? Vodka says she appreciates cultures but won't let me have an orc corner. Hey, look, just because I have a little cultural appreciation room, just because I have a little room for bits and baubles and trinkets and odds and ends and knickknacks, you know, it doesn't mean I appreciate all cultures. Okay, I never said that. I just said it was a cultural appreciation room. I ain't in here trying to appreciate the orcs. Okay. You know, they're pillagers. They're plunderers, and that's all they do. That's all they're good for. They just orc around. Okay, that's all they do. I'm gonna place one piece in here. Now we appreciate the gentle Tauren. Okay, everybody knows I love the Tauren. Special place in my heart. Played the female Tauren Feral Druid, Mimu. Played her for so long. I was the original Mimu, Meemuu. 10 years later, I checked to see if the name, I still have the only person named Mimu. Nope, there's like 2 more Mimus. They're not mine. Okay, they're not mine. So somebody imposter. Somebody saw the name and they said, you know what? Let me cop that. And they copped it. And it ain't right. But I always say, you know, just like most people say, mimicry is the highest form of flattery. And I truly believe that. You know, if a person comes upon me, that didn't sound right. People do not come upon me. But let's say a person happens by me and they see how I am and they see my ways and stuff. And then I see that person later and they kind of act like me and they took some of my mannerisms and stuff. I say, well, they must really like me, right? Because they kind of trying to, well, they trying to pull a theft of my damn personality. You know? Take my words, take my stuff, you know? And that's fine. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point anymore, y'all. I done got tired. Let's see. I'm gonna do one last thing. Let's do this. I'm gonna do 2 final things, y'all, before I head out for the day. One of them is I'm gonna place the furniture because I said I was gonna do it. And I always stay true to my word, y'all. I'm very high integrity. Okay, we're gonna put this like right here. And we're not gonna fuss about it too much. Okay, we're just gonna put it right there to get her done. And then I did tell Vodka I would have a gander at her. I can't go out the door. Here we go. At her Murloc breeding room. I did say that, didn't I? I surely did. Vodka says she knows I was born in the Horde. Yeah, she's a rock biter, y'all. Okay, we're gonna run in her house, y'all. Look at this. She can't do anything about it right now. I'm kicking shit off in the floor. Oh no, watch this. We're gonna stink the place up. Hell yeah, we're gonna fart in her cushions, y'all. Watch this. Sit down. I'm gonna fart all over this couch. Watch this. She can't stop me, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. You'll never get that out, y'all. These are Heronir farts, y'all. Goddamn night elf porcupines, okay? You'll never get that stink out of that couch. Okay, let's go in here. Alright, here's the little, here's her, God, Brain, what are you doing? Tell them what you're trying to say. This is her Murloc breeding room, y'all. She's got like this stuff right here, and then she's got this over here. Okay, this is a little scene right here. That one's retarded. It's riding the dragon backwards, okay? Dragon can't see nothing. Okay, then we got this little scene right here. Y'all can see, y'all see what's happening. I don't have to tell you. You got eyes of your own. You can see it. I don't need to tell you, you know. Okay, it's perverted, y'all. That's sexual perversion is what that is. Okay, and God help her. Okay, and then right here, cute little scene. We got a couple of little Merly locks right there, and got a couple over here. But y'all, I got to get going. That's it. That's the, I think that's it. That's the, yeah. We went full circle, literally and figuratively. Let me sit down here and tell y'all goodbye for the day. Well, I can't do it like that. Let me do it like this. I can't get close. There we go. Vodka says the greens and the blues at war with the reds. Oh yeah. Yeah. But y'all, I had a lot of fun today. Big stretch. Oh. I hope y'all did. Today is what, Saturday? Today is Saturday, so I'll be live again tomorrow, 10 a.m. thereabouts, most likely with Cyberpunk, y'all, and that'll be hella fun, and I am very much looking forward to it. But until next time, I will see you all later. Bye bye for now.